Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News for You with Rebecca. Thanks for joining me. And today we are going to be reading an article about vaccination. And we're going to talk a little bit about homophones and parts of speech. But most importantly, we're going to talk about media literacy, or what we might also we hear thrown around a lot, the words fake news. So, with media literacy, what we're talking about is what's real, what's not real, right? What sources can we trust, and how are those sources skewed one way or another? A fancy word for that is bias. So, where does the bias fall? Does it fall to the left side of the political spectrum? Does it fall to the right side? Or is it neutral? So, we're going to talk about that a little bit today. So, remember, this is the News for You site that I told you about. You can access this site as long as you're an adult learner in the adult learning program at the Pueblo City County Library District. So, you can give me a call at 719-553-0206, and we can get you access to this site. And then if you're looking for some one-to-one learning coach help, we can help you with that. If you're looking to improve your reading and writing, or if you have a test that you're trying to pass, that could be the ASVAB, that could be a GED test, that could be you just need a little extra support with your driver's license test. We are allowing learners to meet in person again with our coaches. We'll be picking those programs back up very shortly as we recruit more volunteers. So if you're someone who's listening to this and you're interested in helping adult learners, please reach out. My email is Rebecca, REBECCA, .mcghee, MCGHEE, at pueblolibrary.org. And this website, which is pueblolibrary.org/adult learner program, has all of the information that can help you sort of discern what we do and what you can get some support with. We will continue to offer the virtual coaching because transportation is tough for some of us. And so this is a good opportunity for me to also just mention that we have our Career Online High School program, and that is a diploma program that includes a career certificate. So if you are interested in that, please reach out. If you don't have your high school diploma and you want to return to school, take a look at this site. It's pueblolibrary.org, Career Online High School, /Career Online High School. What I want to talk to you about is media literacy, which is what is fake news, right? What news sources can we trust? And then a list of homophones. I wanted to see about keeping an eye out for those as we read this article together today. And I wanted to show you this. I just found this on the internet, but this is a good place to start. So what are homophones? Homophones are words that sound the same, but they don't get spelled the same and they don't mean the same thing. And this can get really tricky, especially if English is not your first language. If you've taken English classes with our ELL teacher and our Hispanic Resources Coordinator, Maria Smyer, I'm sure you've talked about homophones. Homophones are tricky because, like I said, they sound the same, but they don't mean the same and they aren't spelled the same. So accessory and accessory, right? So accessory like earrings and accessory to a crime. Also allowed and allowed. Can you imagine how difficult that is if English is not your first language? Allowed, as in you are permitted or you have permission to do something. Allowed, as in you're speaking aloud, right? You just said that aloud. And so it gets really tricky. While we're reading today, let's look for words that sound alike but are spelled differently and mean different things. All right. So before we get started, I just want to talk about how can we discern between real and fake news. And this is an article I found on the internet. There's a couple markers here, and I just wonder, just looking at this, are you thinking this is a reliable source of news? So the title is Grandpa Nearly Dies After Girl Unplugs His Life Support So She Can Charge Her Phone. We can take a look here at the top and see there's no date. There's no author listed. There's no background information on this. There's nothing, where are they getting their information? Here we have a statistic. But if we look down at the bottom, right, the source is Ideas Fun Rage Feed. So you can start to see that there's some things that show that this is not a reliable source of information. In fact, this is meant to be a joke. It's meant to be funny, right? So that's worth noting, I think, and just paying attention when you land on a site to what it looks like. Who are the writers, right? Where are they getting their information? A lot of times, if there's statistics at the bottom, there'll be sources for those. So I'm not seeing any of that. So this is meant to be a funny article. We don't have time to read it together, but there's plenty of this out there. And The Onion is a place where you can read fake news, and it's meant to sort of make fun of the news. All right. So I wanted to share that with you. And I wanted to share the Adult Learner program website with you and just let you know about what we offer and how we can support you in achieving your learning goals. Just reach out, ask questions. Then this fall, we've got some digital literacy classes coming out, and I'll be really excited to share more information with you about that. All right. And then just a quick reminder that we've got our adult learning library at the Rawlings branch, but that is sort of a floating collection. So you can absolutely find stuff in other branches, and we can send you things that you need to other branches as well. And if you give me a call, I will give you a tour of that and just try to help you find resources, whatever that might be for you. Okay. I also wanted to show you this. So first I want to go here, and I want to show you up here in the search bar where it says HTTPS. That's an indicator that this is a safe site, and you can see the lock right here. And then this is a .edu site, which means it's a university site. And this is University of Michigan. So I can take a look around up here in the search bar. That's huge, right? That is a great source of information to tell me whether or not I'm in a safe place. And that's this lock, and then this HTTPS, and then University of Michigan, right? So I can be a little bit of a detective and make sure I'm looking at pages that are reliable, because there is so much information out there, guys. It's hard to tell sometimes if what you're looking at is accurate or reliable, trustworthy, if we can trust it. So the University of Michigan says, what news sources are left-leaning, centrist, or right-leaning? And they're talking about news sources on the political spectrum. And they send you to this site called All Sides Bias Ratings page, and I've already got that pulled up. And I just wanted to show you this. I think this is really interesting. And it's really a reality check for me, right, too, because whatever your political position, and we're really lucky to live in a country where we can all have our own opinions, right? That's our democracy at work. And so here in the middle, the C stands for centrist. And then this is a little to the right. This is far right. This is a little to the left, and this is far left. So we can far left, Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. So this is far left. This is a little to the left. This is center, a little to the right, and far right. So just an interesting little check on ourselves and our sources. And, some people might even debate these. They say down here that all bias ratings are based on online written content, not broadcast TV or radio content. So that's also an important detail. But yeah, I know for myself, I want to try to stay here. But sometimes I like to go here and I like to go here just to see what's being said. And as long as I understand that it comes with bias, that's okay. The important thing is to understand where the people that are sharing information, where they're coming from. That's what matters. All right, so without further ado, we're going to take a look at this News for You article, and we're going to read this. And remember, we're looking for homophones. That's words that sound the same, but are not spelled the same and do not mean the same thing. And then the other thing I thought it'd be cool to look for is nouns. So, all right, so here we go. Worried about the vaccine? Here's your best shot at finding facts. And they've got here fact, fake. A lot of false information about the vaccines has spread. Media literacy can help people decide what is true and what is false. We're going to make this text bigger. This is a feature of News for You that I love. We can make this text bigger. You can also have it read to you, and you can see how long it'll take to read it. So, and when the narrator reads to you, it's pretty slow, and that can work really well in some situations. We're not going to read quite that slow, but again, if you become a registered learner for the Adult Learning Program, I can help you access this, and you can play around in here and read the articles and have them read to you as slowly or as quickly as you'd like. And you can also do the word searches and the crossword puzzles. And if you're working with a coach, you can access this, or you can access it on your own. All right, so here we go. President Joe Biden has set a goal. By the 4th of July holiday, he wants 70% of people in the US to have at least one dose of a coronavirus vaccine. July 4th is also called Independence Day. It marks the day the US said it would be free from Great Britain in 1776. This year, Biden wants the day to show America's freedom from COVID-19 and the grip it has held over our lives. And just to remind you, these little blue words that are highlighted tell you part of speech, the little N with the dot after, and then amount of a medicine or substance given at one time. So that is a definition for that word. Okay. And then down here we have grip, and that's a noun, power or control, hold. All right. And of course, the 4th of July is coming up. The 70% number is important. That is more than 200 million people in the US. If all of them get a vaccine, they can protect the whole country. The virus has killed 600,000 people in the US alone. But Biden's goal is in danger. Fewer people are getting a vaccine. Some people worry about side effects. Others have heard that it costs money. That is false. The vaccine is free. And I'll just quickly tell you, you may already know, but I'll quickly tell you that you can get your vaccine at the library. So connect with our Facebook pages for each of the branches, whatever branch is close to you. And and keep an eye out for that because you can get vaccinated for free at the library. And there's plenty of other places as well. But the library really we've been doing a great job trying to provide a site that's close to you because we have so many branches. So keep an eye out for that. And it is free. A lot of false information about the vaccines has spread. Some people are not sure what information to trust. Make yourself media literate. And this is what we've been talking about. Okay. PEN America is part of an international group. It is made up of writers and editors. It includes experts in history. The group also helps people with media literacy. That skill is important with so much information around us. It can help us decide which sources provide information that is true. It can help us decide which of those sources to trust the most. PEN America gives some quick tips to people to help people decide what is true and what is false. Its first tip is to figure out where you get facts on everything from the pandemic to politics. Do you get information from your friends and family, from social media, from internet sources such as YouTube, or from print or TV news? The group suggests using honest sources of information. Those can be professional news groups such as the Washington Post or the Associated Press. And I just want to show you very quickly, and we'll come right back. The Associated Press is right here at the top of that center. So not right or left, but more center. And then you can see here too, AP Politics and Fact Check can be a little skewed to the left, according to this site, right? All right. Or from print or TV news. Oh, sorry. I went back to the wrong spot. Apologize. All right. So the group suggests using honest sources of information. Those can be professional news groups such as the Washington Post or the Associated Press. They can also be your local newspaper. You can also turn to official sources in government and experts on an issue. Ask yourself, what experience does this person have? Ask questions and check the facts. The group also suggests that you question what you see and read. Does the information seem too crazy to be true? Does the headline try to make you mad or want to share what you've read? Does the information match what you have seen from sources you do trust? So being thoughtful, right? Not reactive. Such a good lesson. A story might look like news, but it could just be a person's opinion. Or it might be an ad. It is not news if it is just what a person thinks or is trying to sell. Remember to think about what you see too. Photos, videos, and other images can be changed to mislead you. Check the source of the caption text. Find out when and where the image was created. Finally, check the information by typing it into an online search engine. You can also add search terms such as hoax or false. Do this type of fact checking anytime you read or see important information. All right. So with that, we're going to have to wrap up today. I know this was a lot of information a little bit quickly, but again, I'd like to invite you to join the Adult Learning Program to access this site, to learn more, especially about media literacy, and become a part of our program, learn and grow, and stay connected to all of the learning opportunities coming up at the Adult Learning Program at your Pueblo City County Library District. Again, that's News for You with Rebecca. Today is June 23rd, 2021. It is summertime, Enjoy the rest of your day.